Hi, friends. Doc South here, and oi, I was just, I just wanted to get this mentioned if I could. Um, I noticed lately, and maybe it's been going on for a while, but it seems like all of a sudden, if you're riding down the road, driving down the road at the speed limit, uh, you're gonna have you're gonna have cars right on your tail before you know it, and I mean like that far off the tail. Yeah, it just seems like for some reason, folks have got it in their head that if they get within 5 feet of your car, you're going to go faster. That it's not really a good idea. You're if that car in front has to stop, say that's you, and you're the front car. If you have to stop fast, if a deer pulls out in front of you, if a car pulls out in front of you, if the road starts getting a little slippery, you've got a guy right behind you that's going to if there is a crash, going to crash right into your darn gas tank, most likely. And now all might be well, it might just be a fender bender, but then again, maybe not. It, depending on the speed and the how fast you stop and all that, yeah, you and that fella behind you can get really hurt, killed even. I have seen this happen. It's a pretty sorry sight to go to an auto wreck scene as a rescue person, and there's one or two people dead. And frankly, they didn't die a pleasant death. They really got creamed. In some cases, torn apart. It's You've got to be careful. This is not, when you're on the highway, it's not really, they're not, you're not doing a scene from a movie where stunt drivers who know what they're doing or do these get into these humongous wrecks, and through long years of practice know what to do. You don't know all that stuff. They do. You've got to keep it in mind that your car can be deadly. And I don't know. I wouldn't enjoy sitting right off the tailpipe of a guy in front of me. I back up a bit and just enjoy the view if that's how it's going to be. When you find a spot where you can pass them safely, pass them. But say you see these people passing on curves, they're passing on the shoulder. No, I did. I saw a guy one day passing me on the darn shoulder, for crying out loud. You don't even think to look for him over there. It's you, yeah. And I'm sorry, but you can't. I know I remember taking an ambulance driver's course, and they would run us at about 50 miles an hour at a barricade of blocks. Yeah, they were like I know, soft blocks, and they'd pile them up like a wall. And the instructor would tell you, okay, get it up to 50. No, make it 60. Get it up to. We'd be like on a runway somewhere, maybe an abandoned runway, or a one that wasn't in use. And they'd get you back a ways. They'd say, okay, aim for that wall that's up there in front of you. You see it? Yeah, I see it. Now we're going to tell you go left or right. When we do, you can go left or right and get around, but you cannot hit the brakes. You've got to just go around. Hitting the brakes will mess things up if in this particular case. Normally, yes, on the road you would try to stop, but there's also ways of getting around if you don't use the brakes. But that's another story. They they run you right for the barricade, and you get closer and closer. You're doing like 50, let's say, and the instructor just sits there right next to you in the passenger seat, and and then all of a sudden he'll say left, and you've got to, without hitting the brakes, you've got to get around that barricade. Now sometimes he won't say anything, and you go right through the barricade. Yeah, if you try to go around it and he didn't tell you to, you catch the devil. Yeah, it's an interesting course. And you believe me, you're sweating by the time that course is done. All the different things they have you doing. But the thing is that maneuvering a car, especially by surprise when you're otherwise occupied, maybe checking the radio, looking at that cute chick down the road, or you know, or you're just picking your teeth as you drive along. Uh, these sudden bursts that come out of nowhere, and you've got to be able to react, and it's very hard to react if you're that far off the tailpipe of the car in front of you. And there's been a lot of that going on lately. I've noticed. It's myself on roads I'm familiar with. I have various spots along the road where I know, okay, well, around this bend I can get off the road safely, and I'm just going to let that guy go. It's better to do that. And I would suggest to you too, if there's roads you travel like the same road every day to work, look for your various exit points, or emergency exit points, where you can just get out of the way. And the other thing is, honestly, riding the tailpipe ain't gonna help you if there's trouble. If all of a sudden, like I said, any number of things can happen, and you just can't react that fast. Try as you might. Again, this was something that was made poignantly clear to us when we took our training. That that you just human beings don't have that kind of reaction time available to them, and you're going to hit. In a lot of cases, when you hit the back of a car, that gas tank's there somewhere. And if it's full, if you break it somehow, and there's sparks for one reason or another, now you got a pretty good fire, and yeah, it can be tough. So I'm just saying, back off a bit. God, the other day going through a cloverleaf kind of thing, I had a guy I swear was 2 feet off my tail, and he wouldn't back up. And eventually, I found a spot where I could pull over. He couldn't actually even see my turn signals. He was so close, and I just slowly got over, and then wow, off he went. And he was just some guy in a caddy, just having I guess figured somehow his what didn't stink, I suppose, and he just was gonna rule the road. Well, sooner or later, the road will rule you, and you'll be hurting. It's no picnic to be in a wreck, and it can be tough. And I don't know. I just implore people, take your time. Getting there is a lot better than getting to the hospital or the morgue. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'll see you later, and yeah, drive carefully. Yeah, enjoy the ride. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye now. God bless.